Hello friends, I'm in the same place, same hairdo, same everything, same looking a goddamn mess. But welcome to another reading vlog. I don't know if it's going to be a weekly vlog, whatever, it's just a vlog that will have some reading in it that will span over a time period, of which I know not. That is great English, Lisa, but it is what it is. So, welcome friends. I am going to be reading this week. I am. There are a few things I need to finish. I say need. Is there a need? There's a want. There's a want to finish. So, I do have The Dead Romantics that I would like to finish today. I would also like to finish Return of the Night. But I feel, and I mentioned this last week, I feel like that's one that I have to really pay attention to. So I don't feel like I could just idly crochet. At the same time, I have to like focus in on that. So I would like to finish that this week though, because I do not like having books left over and rolling over consistently, and I seem to have gotten into a little bit of a habit of doing that. I'm like part way through H.C. Newell's book, first book in the series, and the third book's already out, and I'm partway through Return of the Night, and I've almost finished Hero Reviews, but not fully, and I just feel like I need to, and I've got books, and I've read the first story out of the larger volumes of Story of Evil, so technically I've still got the rest of that book to finish, even though I finished the first book. It's like well, kind of class that I've finished. I don't know. If there's a way for me to mark it on Goodreads as like book 1 out of that, like volume 1 has been finished, then I will. But it was the bind up ebook that I got, so I don't know. I'll have to, but I have like volumes 1 to 5 in there, so I don't know about that one. But it's still my currently reading, so I'm gonna be making my way through that at some point. And I'm just trying to think of what else I need to read that I put on my spreadsheet. I do want to start of Blood and Fire and of Darkness and Light, because I read The Fall a few months ago now, and I'm doing a Ryan Cahill reread, and he's just brought out a novella that sits in this world, and I feel like I would have loved to, because what Ryan does is that he'll send arcs out, and if you read the arc within a certain amount of time, do a review and send him a link to the review, he will credit you in his book. And I don't want to read it just because of that, but I think that's a really cool idea. But I didn't want to read, I got the novella and I was like really eager to read it, but I haven't read Of War and Ruin yet, and I think this novella was set in between War and Ruin and the next book, I think. So I don't want to spoil myself, I haven't read that yet. I now have Of Blood and Fire, Of Darkness and Light, The Exile to reread, Of War and Ruin, and the most recent novella. I think it's a short story. I think it's a short story, not a novella. I don't know. Either way, I've got that to read as well. And Of War and Ruin is about 1,000 pages. Woo-hoo. There we go. I do also want to read Hunting for Prince Dracula. That's not a need, that's a want. And I do have a lot of excerpts to read for BBMA. I've got a lot of excerpts to read for that. I'll probably crack on with that this week as well. But I won't be able to tell you what I'm reading for that. So I'm going to do a separate vlog where I'm reading the 2,000 word excerpts of that, and then as soon as this next round has been announced, I will be releasing that vlog separately. That's how it goes. Just whilst you're reviewing the books and stuff, you can't discuss what you're reading until the next round. So yeah, I'll be doing that. That's it really, just a few things that I'd like to do this week. I will decide what I'm doing this tonight after work, but I'm going to listen to The Dead Romantics while I'm working, and I will speak to you all shortly. Hello friends, I'm coming in to give you an update on my reading. We're still on Monday, and I'm also coming to give you an update on this beautiful book that I've received. I'm so happy with this. I read Heliotrope, I don't know how you pronounce it, by Palmer Pickering last year. It was a thickums. It was so good though. I gave it 4 stars. It was brilliant. It was like an epic journey, and it was very character driven, and it was really, really good. So when I found out that Palmer was releasing a lit RPG, I had to pick it up. So I'd already had it on my wish list to buy, but then Palmer reached out to me and Chels about doing a tour for her book in September and offered to send us a copy of it. I'm just so excited. You don't understand. There are certain authors out there that, not only because of their social media presence and how they come across as people, but if you love a book from them that you've read previous and then they reach out to you and they're like, I would like to do a tour with you and work with you, it's an amazing feeling, and it's an honour, really. And it sounds so cheesy and cliche, but this is also like that really soft touch stuff. And on the back it's got a Kit Kat. One of my favourite things is cats and dogs. So this is a little RPG called Darktown, and I'm going to read you the back of it. It says level 2 is coming out soon. Let me have a look at it. It says it just says to be continued in level 2, The Swamp. So this is called level 1, Dragon's Crawl. And it's the Tales of Temerity book 1. Part cozy, part bloody, all fun. Hidden underneath the small town of Haverlet Arms lies an entrance to the Dragon's Game. An extensive world where adventurers compete to collect power objects and progress to the next level. Temerity's father and brothers have been down in the game for years, leaving Temerity and her mother plus their house goblin Half-Pint to manage their tavern. Bored with small town life, Temerity decides to enter the tunnel labyrinth, launching an adventure to survive level 1 of the Dragon's Crawl, Darktown. Now, I've recently got into sort of like D&D, like fully got into D&D, and the whole role-playing, like the leveling up. I've always loved games where you can go in and experience a world that you can level up. MMORPGs like Neverwinter and World of Warcraft, like those kinds of games. And I've recently got into D&D and I've just leveled up my character to level 2, which I know doesn't sound all that much, but it took a lot of effort from the group to like fight the snakes and the goblins and the bugbears, and it was just so much fun. So we're kind of going through like we just leveled up to level 2, and it's just great. So getting to read, I've never read a little RPG book before, so I'm really excited to actually read that in like book form. I've never read that before, so I'm really excited about experiencing this. So I will probably also vlog this when I read it as well, just for the experience. And I think we're also getting an audiobook code so I can listen to it as well and do the immersion reading, which I know I love. I'm just editing my vlog for last week, and I'm almost done with that, and then I'm gonna upload that. I finished, what did I finish today? Oh, I finished Dead Romantics, 5 stars. Did I cry? Yes, it's me. Obviously I did. And the thing is, I do want to tell you what it's like, but then I also feel like, well, you know it's a romance, don't you? So I think I mentioned in a previous clip anyway, it's like, gives me Just Like Heaven vibes. I now need to watch Just Like Heaven and Lake House because I've just started reading 7 Year Slip as well. And just the synopsis of that gives me Lake House vibes. And who doesn't love Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves? Tell me. Actually, if you don't like them, don't tell me, because you're wrong. You're allowed your opinion though. So yes, I've got a bit more of this video to edit, and then I'm going to be listening to the rest of 7 Year Slip. I think I might probably spend tomorrow watching the films. I think that's going to be watching the films and finishing off my BBNYA excerpts. That's the plan. But So far so good. I'm feeling all the comfy cozy vibes from the romance that I'm reading, and it's all good. Today, I'll be updating you later. Hello friends. I've been crying, okay? Just what the fuck? So I have just finished in the last couple of days. No, that's not what I'm gonna say. I've just finished the Deadly Romantics. Is it Dead Romantics, sorry. Not Deadly. And then I finished 7 Year Slip. The book was picked by Chloe with 7 Year Slip, and the prompt, pick a book based on a film that you enjoy, was the Dead Romantics. So I have today watched Just Like Heaven and The Lake House, and there's parts of the films that I forgot. Obviously, if they're rom-coms, you know that they're gonna end the way that they end, but my thing is that even though I know how they're gonna end, when you get to the heartbreaking bits, bitch, they'd be breaking my heart. They'd be tearing my heart up into tiny little pieces, wondering why life can't really be like that, where you get the really bad bits, but then at the end you get your happy ending. Could someone tell me why they can't get me a Keanu, get me a Mark Ruffalo, like, or even just get me the Alex and the David that are in the films, because they're bloody adorable and they just fall head over heels for these girls. And I mean, it's Reese and Sandra, so we can't really blame them, but it just 5 stars for both books, 5 stars for both films. And now I'm kind of really in my romance era, and I've read all Emily Henry last week, apart from A Cozy Mystery, which was a T.E. Kinsey book. So we're kind of falling down many a holes at the moment that I need to get out of, because I need to read some stuff. So today I definitely need to read. I need to stop crocheting this for one thing, because I need to read my passages for my excerpts for BBNY. I do have them all on my Kindle. I read one of the excerpts yesterday, and I mentioned that I'm going to do a vlog for that separately, and that is definitely one that's being added to my TBR, and I'm so glad that I had the audiobook for that. So I will let you know my thoughts and feelings and ponderations on that when that vlog goes up. But I think what I'm going to do is finish off a couple of rows of this before I join the ends. I'm going to read through a couple of excerpts of the BBNY books that I need to read. They're only 2,000 words each, and honestly they could be super quick. It's more so the forms. You've got to fill in like a score form for every single book excerpt that you read, which I get it that there's a need for it, but also it's just also really frustrating because I have like 23 excerpts to read. But also annoys me in a way that they are only 2,000 word like parts of the book, so it's not like I can count anything towards my page count, book count for the month, but they take up my time, which I totally get. That's the whole point of judging this, but that's a me thing. It's very much a me thing. I just feel like, I don't know, I don't know. We'll see. So this is the beanie that I mentioned the other day that I started sewing fox ears onto, but then when I put them on the beanie I realised that the ears were too small and they should have really been 2 rows longer, and started to cut them off and cut the wrong thread, therefore ended up unravelling part of the beanie, which I am not skilled enough to just fix. So I had to frog so much of this beanie. It went right back down to about that many rows, and then I've had to do all of this again, which is not quick because it has double crochets in the back loop, so it takes a while. So I'm almost at the stage now, to the side of my mouth, I'm almost at the stage now where I can start sewing the sides together. I think I've got a couple more rows to do, and then we shall be ready to tie this thing together. That's the plan. So I'm going to finish this one off and get the stitch marker in there, and then I'm gonna finish this row off, read some excerpts, and I'll probably come back and update you tomorrow, because I don't know if I'm gonna have read the BBMware things that I need to read and get any more reading in. If I do, it will be a book that I need to start for another vlog, which will be my Ryan Carhill vlog. So I won't be updating this one anyway. And am I stupid starting multiple vlogs all at once? But yes, but this is me. Am I ever in the mood to do anything that's remotely sensible? No. I should really just switch memory cards and do it that way, so I don't have to separate all the clips, but that requires also using energy to find my other memory cards, and then remember what memory cards hold what vlogs. And that is also brain power that when I'm outside of work I don't want to be using, which is why I've picked the easiest thing in the world to crochet while I listen to stuff. Anyway, I don't have the audiobooks for any other things that I need to read for BBMware, so I'm gonna head off now, read those bits and bobs that I need to read whilst I cook my tea. And after watching Chelsea's vlog the other day, she really got me in the mood for Kievs. So I got some chicken Kievs from shopping today, and I'm going to have those with some potatoes and veg, because Chels is a demon that made me want Kievs. And they're not like the mini Kievs that you get, they're the frozen shitty ones. They're from the fridge and they're relatively good size, so I could have one tonight and one tomorrow. Not that you cared about this, I'm just rambling at you right now while I finish off my row. And I'm quite proud of myself for the fact that I've literally, in the last day or so, done this, and I'm almost to the stage that I was before. We'll be doing that. And that, my friends, is my update. That is my update for the day. But yeah, that is the panel done for my beanie. I'm gonna go read, make some foodage as per usual. I don't talk normal English, it's food, dinner, tea, whatever you want to call it. And I will come and update you whenever I update you. If I'm on my ding dong, whenever I update you. Hello friends, it's Thursday, and I am 9 chapters into of Blood and Fire. I am also chapter 16 of 19 of Rotten to the Core. I'm gonna... What have I done tonight? I don't know what I've done tonight. I've caught up on a bit of YouTube tonight. I have also made some food for tonight and for my lunch tomorrow. Other than that, I've not done right much because I've just been really tired. But Rotten to the Core is another T.E. Kinsey book. It's book number 8. And again, we're following Lady Hardcastle and Flo, her lady's maid. This time around, there's been a murder, and it includes people that are part of like a secret society or secret group of people that are also part of like the cider producing cider. So one owns an apple orchard, one actually makes the cider from the apples. So obviously that's why it's called Rotten to the Core, which I love the play on words for that. I've only got 47 minutes left of that. I think we're going to listen to this and then listen to A Blood and Fire until I'm ready to go to sleep. Also, last night I'm so glad that I didn't go to sleep when I was going to go to sleep. I got all comfy and cozy in bed and I'd been crocheting, and then I went to put my phone on the like stand next to me and I saw this black dot on the wall. You wouldn't have thought there was a black dot. You know where it's going, don't you? Flick the light on. Spider. Spider. Luckily, I'd literally just slipped out of my slippers. Not just, but I'd slipped out of my slippers in order to get into bed. So I grabbed my slipper that was right next to the bed and whacked it, killed it. I know, I'm sorry if you are all about being humane, but don't come into my space if you don't want to get murdered. Do you know what I mean? If you don't want to get killed. And the spider came into my space and freaked me out. The thing is, with this flat, I have lived here 9 years now, and I've only ever seen 3 or 4 spiders in my flat that whole time, and this was like the 4th spider I've seen. But it's the 3rd spider in the last sort of like 3 or 4 months. So I've got like 9 years seeing 1 spider the whole time, and then all of a sudden it's like 3 really close together and I don't like it. So I've had a Google, and citrusy smells I don't like apparently, lavender smells, and I'm just gonna, I love lavender thankfully, I'm just gonna spray loads of lavender around and hopefully it just keeps the fuckers away, because I don't like it. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Hello friends, it is now Sunday and I am back from my parents. I am cozying up on my sofa because I am cold. It is freezing in my flat today and I don't know why. The weather's also doing crazy shit. It is now, I want to say like 8 PM. 20 to 8. I was supposed to read when I got home, but I didn't. I got home from my parents' house after I spent the weekend with my dad and my mum. Obviously it was Father's Day today, and yeah, we just had a Sunday lunch and some just quality time with the family. I did that. I didn't read. There's things I have to read for next week's vlog, but I will tell you that when I start next week's vlog. This week I have read, I don't know what I've read. I've read something and started something else. I read another T. Kinsey book, I know that. I started reading A Blood and Fire. I still haven't continued Tom Farron because I'm an idiot, and I have also started crocheting a Wolf Chan beanie for a friend. So, not as productive as I would have liked to have been, but the mood has been like a wave this week. I've been exceptionally high some days, not on anything particular, no cannabis was, no drugs were consumed, but my mood was like really high and then it was really low. I came home today and I was feeling okay, and then I've had a bit of a dip again. So I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of this evening. I might just shove on Of Blood and Fire and then do some crocheting, because what else do you need when you're feeling kind of meh? Just Dragons and Trauma. So let's dive in to Dragons and Trauma, and I will see you all in the next vlog. If you do like me and you want to see more of me, please like, comment, subscribe to all that good stuff if you're here. And if you're here and you want to let me know you're here, if you don't have anything to say, please leave it like a heart. It's very much appreciated. And until next time, enjoy whatever you're reading, what you're doing, and I'll see you all very soon.